Oi, what's going on everybody? Real quick before we get into the video, the giveaway for 500 subs is going to be this Trak field tested AK-47 REDLINE. So if you want to have a chance to get your hands on this bad boy, make sure you're subscribing to the channel, you're liking all the videos and commenting down below all the way to that road to 500 if you want a chance to win this bad boy. But yeah, without further ado, let's get right into the video. So on the last loadout video, you guys put so many comments down below and a whole bunch of different colors y'all wanted to see, but in the end, the color that won out just by a vote was purple. So starting off our all purple loadout, we have the Pandora's Box gloves with the Karambit Ultraviolet. Now, this is like my ideal look if you're going for no budget, right? You have no budget for this. I think this is what looks the best. But if you do have something on a little bit more budget, I would say go for the Imperial Play Gloves and any ultraviolet. I just have a butterfly here. I know that's not more on the budget end, but yeah, I'd say any ultraviolet. You could also run any freehand if you want, but I think the more flatter purple with the black of the ultraviolet looks better than the freehand personally, but you can do whatever you want. Now, as we usually start off with pistols, we're going to go with the USPS Purple DD-Pat, a great shiny metallic look, and yeah, it just fits the build perfectly. Has the black, the gray, the white, the purple. It just looks really perfect and fits really, really well into this loadout. Next up, we have the Desert Eagle Camucho Dragon. This gun, not mostly purple, you can just really see it in the handle on the inspect, but it's also not the greatest shade of purple, but I found this is still probably the best option for the all purple loadout. There's not many other options at the Desert Eagle, but I think this fits well enough and I really, really like this skin. So next up we have the Dual Berettas Flora Carnivora, a really nice budget skin also to get into this all purple loadout. It doesn't have a ton of purple on it, but I think it fits the build just perfectly with just enough purple, and the artwork looks really, really nice on here as well. Next up, we have the Glock 18 Moonrise, and man, this skin looks absolutely perfect, especially with how cheap this pistol is. It fits this build so perfectly, and you knew you were going to see the Moonrise on here. It just looks so good, especially with the sports gloves, Pandora's Box. It just fits perfectly. And there's no other Glock you can really use here. Next up, if you're an R8 guy, I know there's not a lot of you out there, but if you wanted to run a purple R8 for this loadout, you got the R8 Revolver Crazy 8s. Again, not the best gun, but it fits the build well enough to make its way into this loadout, especially if you're an R8 user. Next up, we have the 5.7 Evil Dynamo. Now, there were multiple options for the 5.7. You could have also gone with the 5.7 Flame Test that you see up there in the corner. But I liked that there was more colors, a little bit more artwork to the 5.7 Evil Dynamo. Even though the purples may not match perfectly, I still feel like it fits the best. Moving on, we have the Tech 9 Sandstorm. Now, not a lot of options here. You could use a Decimator. But I don't like, it's a little bit more pink than it is purple, and I'm trying to stick to the more purple skins here, but of course the Decimators could work if that's something that you would favor. Now moving on from pistols, we have the heavy / SMG portion of the loadout. Right here we have the M249 Downtown. Now I know absolutely nobody uses this gun, but I think the skin itself fits absolutely perfect into the build, and I think it's just something you need to have. It's also not that expensive as well, and it just fits super well. Next up, we have another Ultraviolet, and this one is going to be the Mac 10 Ultraviolet. Fits the build again, just super perfect, and also pairs really well with an Ultraviolet knife that you'd be running with this loadout as well. So again, just fits absolutely perfect into the build. Next up, we have the PP Bison Space Cat, a weapon that a lot of people don't like per se, and also the skin is very cheap, but again, I think this is something where a very budget skin fits insanely well into this loadout, and I think it just looks absolutely perfect with the gloves and everything all together. It looks really good. Next up, we have the UMP-45 Moonrise. Of course, if we're going to have the Glock Moonrise, got to have the UMP-45 Moonrise on here. Again, just fits the build perfectly, just full purple with a little bit of extra color in there, just fits super, super well. Next up, we have the MP9 Wild Lily. Now, this is probably the most expensive skin on this entire loadout, but again, if you don't have a budget, this fits the build absolutely perfect, and I really, really love this skin. Next up, we have the Nova EXO, another extremely budget skin, but again, fits the build perfectly, and I think it looks absolutely phenomenal in the loadout itself. So, again, if you're doing this all purple, this is one that you definitely need to have in there. Of course, one anime skin has to land in this list, and of course, it's going to be the Sawed Off Kiss Love. I hate this skin, but honestly, the all purple, it fits perfectly. So again, if you're going to be running the all purple loadout, this is something you definitely need in here. Now we're getting into the absolute juicers. We're into the sniper rifles slash ARs, and starting us off, we have the Op Onitaji. Not only are we going to have the Op Onitaji in here, we're actually going to show two ops, because there are some options here. Personally, I prefer the Onitaji, but there is also the Op Lightning Strike. You're not going to get a cheap op here. I mean, you can maybe go with the Op Exoskeleton. It's not really deep purple, but it is a great budget op with a little bit of purple in it. But again, I would prefer the Onitaji to the Lightning Strike, but if you like the Lightning Strike more, of course you can use that. There's no problem. Moving on to the AK, we have two AKs as well. We have one starting off, the AK Baroque Purple. Not my favorite, again, but it is a little bit more of a budget skin if you're looking to save a penny. But if you want to go all out, the AK-47 Neon Rider, I believe, is the absolute perfect fit, and it fits like perfectly with the Pandora's Box gloves. It looks absolutely phenomenal, and I really, really, really like this combination here. And beforehand, I didn't even really like the Neon Rider AK, but looking at it now, it looks absolutely phenomenal, and I would definitely recommend running the Neon Rider over the Baroque Purple. But again, if you're working on a budget and you got to make some cuts, the Baroque Purple works as well. But AK Neon Rider, absolutely phenomenal in this loadout. Next up, we probably have the biggest sleeper of the entire video, and that is the Galil AR Phoenix Blacklight. I didn't even really know this skin existed. I knew the name of it, but I've never actually inspected one in game, and this thing looks absolutely phenomenal. I really love the eagle artwork in the center, and whenever you shoot, it kind of, you know what I'm saying? I like that, you know. And of course, the colors fit absolutely perfectly with the gloves and the whole loadout scheme. It just is an awesome skin. Moving on to the M4s, we have the M4A4 Dragon King. Now, there's not a ton of purple on this skin, obviously, but there is a good bit in there, and this is my personal skin, so if you're wondering about the sticker and the scratches, it's a men wear. Everything else on here is factory new, but this is my only personal weapon I threw in here. I would actually prefer you run with the M4A4 Desolate Space, a lot more purple. Great artwork as well, and you can also, if you want to run an A1S, you can run the Decimator, but again, like the Tech 9 earlier, I didn't like, it's more pink, it's not as purple, but of course, you can run the Decimator if you want. Moving on, we have the T-Side G3 Auto Flux. Not a lot to say about this one. It's purple, it fits. If you use an auto, go fuck yourself. But other than that, yeah, this fits the build just fine. Next up, we have the Magna Carta for the Scar 20 Auto. Again, go fuck yourself if you use this thing. But it helps to have it in there because, of course, it is purple and it fits the build. And I think it gets the job done, even though the purple is a little bit deeper, doesn't fit as well, but again, it works. Moving on, we have the FAMAS Pulse. I found this to be the best fit, although there's a lot of pink in here. There's also like the rapid eye movement for the FAMAS, but I found that to be even more pink. So yeah, I think this is the best fit for the purple. And lastly, to round off the loadout, we have the SSG Ultraviolet. Thank you guys for watching. If you stick around for a second, we're actually going to announce the winners of last video's giveaway. So without further ado, let's get into those. Congratulations to Axiton. If I butchered that, I apologize, but hope you enjoy the Op, a theorist and field tested, brother. Congratulations, and Merry late Christmas, happy holidays. If you guys want to get in on future videos like this, I'll still be doing video giveaways. I know we have the 500 sub goal giveaway, but I'll be doing little stuff like this, try to give back to as many people as possible. And also congratulations to Bobo. I hope you enjoy your AK slate and minwear, brother. And also, let me give a huge shout out to everybody that saw my last video of how I got scammed on Christmas Day. Everybody that gave back and sent me trade offers, thank you guys so much. You have no idea how much that means to me. You didn't have to do that, and I tried to give back to all of you guys that gave to me. It was just too kind, man. You have no idea how much that means to me. And lastly, Half Dead, congratulations on the AUG Death by Puppy in Minwear. I love you guys so much. You have no idea. Keep subscribing, keep liking the videos. We'll have more stuff like this in the future. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys. Love y'all.